Welcome to So You Want to Be a Virtual Assistant. This video is the first 5 things to do before starting a virtual assistant business. If you're thinking about becoming a virtual assistant, there's a lot of advice online telling you to just pick a niche, make a logo, and open Instagram. That's not quite how sustainable businesses usually start. Before you register anything, buy anything, or tell the internet that you're now available for bookings, there are 5 things I strongly recommend doing first. Be clear about what you're actually offering. Decide whether this is a sidestep or a replacement income. Work out your minimum income number. Decide what kind of clients you actually want, and put basic protections in place before you start. These are the foundations that make the difference between trying freelancing and actually building something that works long term. So let's walk through them. 1. Be clear about what you're actually offering. Before anything else, you need clarity on what services you're planning to provide. Not a niche, not branding, just clarity. Ask yourself, what do people already trust me to do? That might be diary and inbox management, operations coordination, travel planning, project support, reporting, systems organization, and stakeholder coordination. Most successful VAs don't start with a niche, they start with existing strengths. Your first clients usually come from work you already know how to do well. So instead of asking, what should my niche be, try asking, what problems do I already know how to solve? 2. Decide whether this is a sidestep or a replacement income. This is the question people skip, and it's the one that affects everything else. Are you testing freelancing alongside employment or planning to replace your salary? Because those are 2 completely different strategies. If this is a sidestep, you can move gradually, test pricing, build confidence, and take smaller projects. If this is a replacement income plan, you need structure, targets, and a timeline. Neither option is better, but they do need different expectations. Clarity here makes everything else easier. 3. Work out your minimum income number. Before choosing an hourly rate, before building packages, and before announcing anything publicly, you need one number. Your minimum required income. Not your dream income, your keep the lights on number. This includes things like rent or mortgage, utilities, subscriptions, insurance, food, transport, and tax provision. Once you know this number, pricing stops being guesswork. It becomes planning. And planning is what makes freelance work sustainable instead of stressful. 4. Decide what kind of clients you actually want. Not all clients are the same. Some need reactive admin support, some need structured operational help, and some need someone to organize the chaos they accidentally created themselves. Think about which environments you already work well in. For example, startups, consultants, small businesses, founders, corporate teams, creatives, and agencies. You don't need a niche yet, but you just need direction. Because the clients you choose affect how you price, how you communicate, and ultimately, how busy your diary becomes. 5. Put basic protections in place before you start. This part isn't exciting, sorry, but it is important. Before working with clients, make sure you've thought about your business structure, your insurance, how you'll track income, and how you'll manage agreements. You don't need a complicated setup, but you do need a sensible one. Professionalism starts long before your first client signs anything. It starts with preparation. Final thought. Becoming a virtual assistant isn't about jumping straight into client work. It's about building something steady enough to support you properly. If you get these 5 things clear early, everything else becomes easier. And if you're working through these decisions right now, I've put together a practical starter guide linked below that walks through the process step by step. You can find it by clicking the link in the description below. In the next video, I'll walk through one of the most common questions people ask at this stage: how virtual assistants find their first clients.